Greetings and welcome, people. Well, as you can see, the fine weather is continuing here in the UK. And I am at long last out taking advantage of it. And I'm actually hoping to get mine and Babe's picture taken again by Bikerpics up at Berry Hill. I think I'm in time. They're finishing at 4, so it's going to be a bit tight, especially if I get held up anywhere. Oh, excuse me. Because I got Babe's picture taken with me, obviously, last year I think it was, but of course that was before I had the side fairings repainted. So now they're back on, I'd like to get another picture taken to update Babe's status as a much improved version. Mind you, I say improved, I've always been happy with my bike. Again, not saying there aren't things that I wouldn't change, or not saying there aren't things I would change. Whichever way that works, I don't know. There are things about my bike that I know aren't perfect, but I don't care. And thankfully this road surface here should be back to normal now. As I say, I had plenty of opportunities of taking pictures of Babe myself, but of course that's not me riding the bike, that's just the bike static. And which is fine. I like pictures of my bike, I like looking at my bike. But anyway, call it vanity, whatever you want. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to do a response to a comment on my last video by Paul. How you doing, Paul? Hope you're well. Thank you for watching the video in the first place. I do appreciate everyone who watches them. I know it can't be easy, mate. I know it can't be easy. Perhaps if you're having a job, falling asleep one night and you need something to help you doze off. I put a comment in my last video that the gear changes on this bike are a bit clunky, and I wasn't sure whether that was down to my boots, which still haven't broken in properly but are heading in that direction, or whether it's due to the fact that I'm running heavier oil in the engine and gearbox than is specified in the owner's handbook. Now this bike, and I think most bikes, certainly bikes of this age, run 10W50, and I have in Babe 10W40, not 10W50, 10W40, and I am using 1550. And Paul was asking why that was, which is a fair question, and the reason is it was a mistake, pure and simple. When I bought let me backtrack that a bit. I get emails from Euro Car Parts with their latest offers and things like that, stuff they're trying to flog off quite cheap. And a couple of years ago I got an email with an offer in it for Shell Ultimate, I think, motorcycle oil, 4T oil, and it was being sold in litre bottles at, I think it was just over £5 UK a bottle. Now for a top brand oil like Shell, that was pretty damn good price. So I just went and hit the button on 4 of them. 20 quid for 4 litres of Shell ultimate synthetic, not racing oil as such, but yes, ordered 4 litres, and I mean, I must say, every time I've ordered something from Euro Car Parts, their delivery has been absolutely exceptional. I remember a couple of years ago I ordered a new battery for the car I had at the time, the Vectra, and it actually arrived the same day. I ordered it around midday, lunchtime-ish, and there was a ring at the doorbell, Euro Car Parts, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That is absolutely outstanding. Yes, they do their own deliveries, they don't use couriers, but even so, that's pretty amazing. But anyway, I digress, as I normally do. So yes, 4 litres of Shell Ultimate. If I've got the name of the oil wrong, I'll put it at the bottom of the screen, but I think that's what it is. Shell Advanced Ultimate or something like that. But I should put it at the bottom of the screen. Duly turned up, got myself a filter, O-rings, crush washers, blah blah blah, all the stuff. Then a while later, thought to myself, right, get this oil change done. Got the oil and filters and everything outside by the bike, ready to go. And I think I did actually mention it on the video. I tried to make an oil change video, which probably not very interesting, but then, hey, which of my videos are very interesting? And I picked up the bottle and got, 1550. Right, I was so, oh, excuse me, I do beg your pardon. I was so eager to snap up this offer of this oil at this amazing price. It was something like 70% off, 75% off. But it just didn't register with me that it was 1550. And I thought, well, I've got it. I can't afford to go and buy more oil at that time. So chucked it in. And it actually turned out that Babe seemed to quite like it. It seemed to run smoother, quieter. So I thought, that might be the way to go in the future. And also, Paul also asked how many miles has Babe got on. As you can see there, Paul, just over 64,000 miles. Now, for a bike, that would probably be considered quite high mileage, but also considering that this bike is now 28 years old, it's not that bad. Watch out for somebody cutting the lanes. And that's how you do that. Oh, I smell food. So I ran the bike with the 1550 oil in. Seemed to run just fine. I wasn't wearing these boots for riding at the time because they were taking an awful long time to break in and they were rather uncomfortable. So I was just basically wearing them around the house. Lost my train of thought now. Oh no. Polinana. Yes, wasn't wearing these boots, wearing my old, pretty much falling apart boots, which were about as protective as a pair of slippers. So I didn't really seem to have that much trouble. But since I've changed over to these new boots, or new, well, they are new, they're not new now, but they still feel new, they still feel very stiff. They are gradually easing in, but as I say, it does seem to be a bit of a problem with really clunky gear changes. Now it could be the heavier oil just causing drag in the clutch and gearbox, or it could be I haven't got the gear change touch quite right with these boots. So I'll wait until I break the boots in see if the gear change improves. If it does, then obviously we have our answer. It was the boots. If it doesn't, then I'll have to go back to the 10W40 oil, which isn't a problem. I used to use Motul 7100 1040 fully synthetic prior to that, and I quite like the Motul. Not only is it a very good oil, but it was also coloured red, which made it very easy to see the level on the dipstick. But as I'm sure most of you guys certainly those who do their own oil changes and minor servicing and stuff like that, or even do all your own servicing, you probably notice that just like everything else, oil is getting very, very expensive. So we'll monitor that. We'll see how the gear changes go as the boots soften up, break in, and hopefully that won't be an issue. Of course, I think with Babe having nearly 65,000 miles on the clock, they're not hard miles. I put most of them on the bike myself. I don't ride the bike hard. I do give it the occasional full throttle blast just to keep things free flowing, but generally speaking I don't ride it hard, so I don't think that the engine's excessively worn. But any engine with that many miles on is going to have some wear, and I think the heavier oil potentially helps in that regard. I think it does, so we'll see how it goes, especially as I do most of my riding in the warmer parts of the year. If I did a lot of winter riding, I don't think it would be sensible to run 1550. I'd probably be running 530 or something like that. But anyway, we'll see. And also, as we've all noticed over the last certainly few months, how much the price of fuel has absolutely gone through the roof. It's starting to come down again now that things seem to have settled and stabilised a bit, but maybe you guys have noticed as well. I don't think it's any secret, but it's really funny how when some crisis arises that causes the price of oil to go up, the oil companies almost instantly bang up those fuel prices, the pump prices, and also on the oil and other oil product prices. But when things calm down and the oil supplies start to stabilise again, isn't it funny how the prices at the pumps never come down as quickly as they went up, and they almost never come down to the price they were before the crisis. I say crisis, depends on who you talk to. Don't know where this car's going, but I'm hoping to get away from me for a bit. So yeah, conspiracy theory? No, I think just plain open fact. Damn it. So yes, thank you oil companies. I sincerely hope governments around the world hit you hard with windfall taxes because of the way you are capitalising on these things and stinging us for more money than we can afford to pay. And that's another reason why I haven't been out on the bike very much, or driving my car very much, minimising my fuel usage. Oh, beautiful view out over the valley. Lovely. So let's see. Yeah, they should still be clicking away down here. Let's see what we can see. Do what I did last time. Go past in one direction, turn around, come back. Get my picture took. Get Babe's picture took. And then I've just got to worry about paying for it when it's on the website and downloading it, as long as it's a good one. And normally just around this bend here. There he is, in the yellow shirt. He was on the other side of the road last time. So let's turn around and give Babe another go in front of the camera. Oh, that sounds rude. No, ignore that. But anyway, let's go and do that. And I'll say thank you for stopping by and taking a look. And I'll speak to you again on the next one, whenever that may be. Cheerio for now. Bye. Back we go. Not going to be in a hurry to catch these cars up. Give the photographer a clear shot. Oh, excuse me. It's a windy afternoon. I don't mean the weather. Okay, and as long as there's not something coming the other way, it should be good.